Hello and welcome back to everyone that has been following this series. For anyone that's new to my channel and doesn't know who I am, well, my name is Jutin Al Ahmed and I've been conducting research by investing £100 or equivalent into Bitcoin since May 2024. The research is based upon what would happen if I invested £100 or equivalent into Bitcoin rather than the norm that society does, which is investing into a pension pot. Well, do watch my introductory video from May 2024 to gain a better understanding of the research that is currently being conducted. Anyways, let's not further delay and let's see what's happening to my Bitcoin investment. Has it gone up or has it gone down? Let's find out. Just before we jump in, just a quick disclaimer. I, Jutin Al Ahmed J bin Zala, I am no tax advisor, no legal advisor, no financial advisor, no registered advisor, no such thing. So do your own research. Yeah, let's get straight into it. Welcome back to another episode of this research project and DCA that we're doing for, it's been a year now. That's crazy, right? A whole year's already gone by. This is month 13, or 1 year and the first month. Anyway, let's go on to all the stats and how much we've purchased and stuff. So last month I purchased 138,306 sats. That was £100 worth. We'll just go into the activity here, into Bitcoin. So yeah, £100, 138,000. That was at the price of £72,303.44. Obviously no fees because it's just a monthly DCA that's happening here. Imagine when I first started this, it was around 200,000 sats I was able to buy. The purchasing power of £100 was that. Now see, the purchasing power is just decreasing over time. Anywho, let's see. So I've obviously got 2,110,724 sats, which is already it's locked away in cold storage. As you already know, after I get around 1 million sats, this is when I transfer over. So in total now, I have 2,249,030 sats. The number's just increasing. I'm hoping I can get to 0.1 Bitcoin, so which is around 10 million sats. Not which is around, it is 10 million sats. If I can get to that within this 10-year period, I'll be chuffed. I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment down below if you think I can get there. I don't know if I will get there. Especially, I'm expecting the parabolic banana zone to be incoming soon. We'll see, right? Anywho, let's go on to some of the data now. Before we do that, I just did want to mention, if any of you are on Primal, that is my Primal public key. Do follow me, do message me or whatever. Yeah, it's a platform where it's basically like X, but it's decentralized. It's called Nostra, the actual protocol that it works over. Anyways, we won't get into that. It's just something that I wanted to put there. Let's look at the 10-year DCA and how much we have right now. Okay, so right now the value is at £1,821.63. Let me just refresh that. Yeah, that's perfect. So we've currently invested £1,300, £1,300. That's 13 months, as we know. And I'm currently in £521.53 profit, which is a 40%, 40.11%, yeah, profit, which is unrealized, obviously, which I'm not going to be realizing. Anywho, let's look at the last 7 days. It's been fluctuating, right? So when it was around here, well, that's interesting. Sorry, last 7 days, it's been very similar. It's been bouncing up and down. Let's look at 30. There was a peak. There we go. This peak here. Even though it's saying 1,873, I'm highly positive it was much higher. Because basically this is coin market cap that I'm using to add everything and just to display it to you all. But on the day, right, it fluctuates a lot more, and you can see the highest peak. It doesn't mention that here, how much it actually was. However, this probably would have been around 1900, okay, that's amazing, right? £600 profit. Imagine you put in a lot more money if other people did. Anywho, let's look at the all-time profit. That's just the correlation that it's been going with. And let's go into here. So the average buy price of the £1,300 has been £57,781.95. We're obviously well over that right now. We're around 82,000. Sorry, 80,000, 81,000. One thing I will note is, even though we've reached all-time high on the dollar side, so $112,000 was the all-time high now. Previously was 109. We did surpass that. However, GBP we haven't. GBP, Great British Pounds, it was at 85,000 all-time high. So now the value of the dollar is only £81,000, which is crazy, right? The difference of the power and strength that's increased. Anywho, just wanted to add that in there. As you can see here, first, so what I'm trying to do here, just to let you know, because obviously you guys are going to be hopefully watching this over the next 10 years and growing old with me. Just so you all understand here, April that I put here is basically the first year. So now I'm doing May. I'll do May to date 12, and then that'll be the second year. And then May, June, July, August, etc. It's just something I decided to I might even change in the future. It's just an organization thing there. Anywho, that's all the data here regarding this 10-year DCA of how much of the we currently have, how much it's currently at. Just to show you once again, and you can see it on the side anyways here. It's at 2,249,030. Let's go on to crypto bubbles, just to show you what's going on during this week. It's been a green week, it looks like, to majority of the other crap coins, right? Bitcoin, where is that? There we go, a 3.9% increase. Over the month, Bitcoin's increased by 16.7%, and over the year, it's increased by 59.9%. Just going to quickly go onto trading view here just to see if we can just look at the chart for a second. On some of my streams before, I did mention the fact that if it did bounce down, I thought it would go into here. Obviously, it didn't reach that line there. However, yeah, it's what, $10,000 difference. I've also predicted the fact that I personally believe this can go to around the $300,000 region. Will it? This line here says that it'll go to around 120,000. Okay, let's say around there, 121,000. The question is, will it go to around 300,000? A lot of people saying a lot of things. The reality is nobody knows. I just feel like it will. There's no data to prove that. So don't be like, oh yeah, Jay Benzala's like, okay, yeah, it's going to 300. This is just, there is no TA here. There's no technical analysis here to say that it's going to go to 300,000. I'm just thinking the way the world is moving. Do I think that there is still going to be a bear market? Of course I do. Do I think that it's going to go back down? I do. I think it'll probably go into the £45,000 region again in the future. And then obviously the 4-year cycle. A lot of people. Let's go into the chat, right? Let me just stop this because there's no point in looking at the chart itself. But yeah, I do believe the fact that this 4-year cycle is something that's still going to continue. I don't believe that this 4-year cycle is finished and it's just going to be what some people are saying, super cycle, this and that. I don't believe in any of that. I believe the fact that this is going to be just increasing, going back down, as all markets do. Bitcoin will still surpass everything, as it has done for the last 16 years. Now, what kind of stuff has happened over the last month? As we always discuss, right now there's actually a Bitcoin conference that's going on in Las Vegas. The bit odd thing, there's Peter Schiff there. He's a gold guy. He doesn't like Bitcoin. It's just a bit odd. I find it funny that he's there. In addition, Michael Saylor's obviously there. There were some videos that I've seen. I feel like it's just a marketing event. If anyone does go, comment down below. Let me know how it is. I've never been. I might go one day. I don't know. But the thing is, Michael Saylor, a guy asked him a question regarding the fact Are they going to ever show their Bitcoin reserves? And he said basically due to security reasons, no, they're not. Do I agree with that? I don't really. I know that there's another comment that I saw somewhere where somebody was like, "Oh, if they got 560,000 Bitcoin, it'd be silly to show what the addresses are of that." Yeah, but as investors, you'd want to know exactly that they do own the asset. I also think BlackRock should be showing their how much Bitcoin that they actually have in their reserves, rather than it them just saying, yeah, they've purchased it, because Michael Saylor basically purchases it every Monday. Now the thing is, right, I've got a bit of a concern regarding paper Bitcoin. What is paper Bitcoin? If you didn't know what that is, you will find out now. Paper Bitcoin is basically when a company like Coinbase is just saying that they're selling you Bitcoin and they're keeping it in their account, but they don't actually have that Bitcoin in their reserves. This is basically the way the fiat system works. Dollars are printed. Similarly, I worry that they're printing the user interface of Bitcoin. Obviously, this is just a conspiracy theory now. Welcome to the Joe Rogan experience. Lol. So basically, that's my worry. And this is why I want all of these companies to show their reserve, especially the fact that they're taking investors' money to purchase more Bitcoin. Anywho, what else has gone on throughout the month? Tariffs. I believe there was another 50% EU tariff that's happened. That fluctuated the price a bit. Obviously, in the previous month with China, there was a lot of fluctuation. I do worry that Bitcoin may go down a bit more and then back up. So I'm saying around $90,000 region. Don't quote me on this. It's just something that I'm thinking that may happen because they want to shake people out, okay? The whales don't like, well, or corporations, I should say, don't like, or governments, I should say, don't like the individual becoming wealthy over Bitcoin, okay? They want to shake retail out. I can remember when I first went into it, obviously I was worried and stuff because like your investments are just going down. Realistically, listen, diamond hands, there's a whole reason that this is like a meme and stuff. Diamond hands is a thing that you need to have. There was a guy that commented, post something on X regarding the fact that he sold at 74,000 when it did drop, and I was wanting advice. I had to, I'm sorry, be sarcastic and put a comment down saying that he's like, what should I do? I said, with the Bitcoin that you sold, first and foremost, spend 40% of that by going to the jewelers and exchanging your hands to get some diamond hands. After you get that, re-put in the 60% and then just hold. Because if you hodl, and this is the whole point of this research project, right? Everybody that's been watching this research project, I hope you've been understanding the fact that this is just to prove that Bitcoin is the most superior asset. There is no point of okay, it's good to diversify, right? Just for risk and just because we're humans. But the thing is, Bitcoin, in my opinion, if you have some money which you're willing to just put into a fund or something, Bitcoin, I believe, is what you should be saving in. That's what you should save all your money in rather than leaving it in all of these other interest-based accounts. I don't agree with interest anyways, as you already know if you watch all my other videos and stuff and how I am and my opinion on interest. But anyways, I hope these opinions were something that were useful to you, and I hope you did enjoy this video and you do come back next month. If you're new to this channel, do consider subscribing to my channel. I truly appreciate it. I upload videos regularly. I do try stream one when it's possible for me. And yeah, these monthly videos are on the 30th that I normally release. So do stay tuned for that, at least if you're interested in that. Do share this video with anybody that you think is struggling with money. I say this why I believe Bitcoin is what will remove a lot of the population from poverty, especially if they've come in early. And what do I mean by early? I mean the first 50 years. People argue the fact that, oh, in 2032, 99% of the Bitcoin is fully mined. That doesn't matter. Bitcoin won't be fully mined until 2140. These are some facts. Watch some of my other videos if you're new to the Bitcoin stuff. I explain all of this. like what is Bitcoin and stuff. So do check out my older videos. But basically, I still think we're early days. Anybody that purchased some Bitcoin in the first 10 years, they're basically OGs. Okay, they're the OGs. They're the legacy hodlers. Okay. Anywho, do consider subscribing. Do share my video and do comment down below what your thoughts are, what you think is going to happen in the next 10 years. Hopefully, I can continue doing this for you all to see and get some data for this research project, which I may do some publications or something in the future with. Anywho, lastly, let's not forget, together, let's break free from the shackles of modern slavery. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye bye.